Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another album share. This one is my 8th album share and this one will be the end of January through September of 2006. Not January, sorry, the end of June. And I don't have a date or anything on here. This is a Creative Memories album, and so they don't have like the windows or anything. Okay, so this is the first page, and I just wrote out waiting for baby, and I did a lot of journaling. So this is me with 5 weeks to go, and we were cleaning, like washing the car seat cover, and this is Jonas and my husband Mark putting together the bassinet. And this was Father's Day 2006, so that would be June 18th. Then, let's see. We'll start with this. So this ultrasound was taken June 15th, 2006. This was an ultrasound taken at our local medical center, the local hospital. I'd had so many ultrasounds up to this point, I lost count. We wanted to make sure this baby was okay, so I had a lot of ultrasounds done. And I honestly, I didn't even write down what number this was. I think in the album before this one, I had 5 so far, so this one was probably 6. And I'm sure I probably had at least another one in July, just to kind of check up and make sure things were okay. This is the doctor's clinic that I went to in Rexburg, the Targhee Women's Clinic. My last appointment was on April 26th, 2006. I'm glad we moved to Idaho Falls. I liked my doctor a lot. She was really nice and easy to talk to. And this was April 12th at the women's clinic up in Rexburg where we lived. And so I just put a couple of my appointment things on here. Excuse me, sorry, I'm losing my voice. And then this was my new doctor that was in the new town that we lived in. And this was the 4th of July. We went to the parade with some friends of ours. And then we had some other friends come over with their little girl. And Mark did some grilling. So yeah, I just kind of talked about that in the journaling. Still waiting for baby. So we went to the Spina Bifida Clinic on July 14th, 2006, which was, I think, 2 weeks before my due date. Well, actually, I think my due date was August 5th, but I was measuring really big. Like, he was measuring 2 weeks early, like 2 weeks ahead. And so yeah, I was hoping that I would go into labor so that we didn't have to go to the Spina Bifida Clinic, but I didn't, so we did go. So yeah, we made a quick trip to SLC, Salt Lake City, and came back home to wait some more. July was a long month. I thought the 25th would never come. So since I was measuring big, my doctor said that we could induce on the 25th of July. So that was awesome. Jonas loved to sit in the stroller and play with the tiny diapers and swimming diapers. So I guess that right here is a swim diaper, so he would just sit in there and play. And then he got crayons on his, like he must have put them in his mouth. So he got crayon all over his mouth. And then this is me on July 14th. I'm huge and can't wait until the 25th to be induced. And this was July 23rd. This was the Sunday before I got induced. And we went to the temple and just took some pictures. And this is actually one of my favorite pages. I absolutely love the color combination in this pattern paper. And this one is actually a 2-pager, but since it was, yeah, so let me show you that again. So I'll show you. So the title on this is Soon to Be, and And then this says 4. So I should have done it like a, real 2-pager, but I don't know. I wasn't very good at scrapbooking back then. But anyway, so here's a picture of me and Jonas, and me and Jonas, and me and Jonas, more of me and Jonas, and then here was a picture of the 3 of us. Jonas's daily schedule. So I made this up for Mark's mom, so that because she was coming, I think the day before I got induced, and so I made this up for her so she would know how to take care of Jonas and his routines. Our kids have always, when they're little, like under, the age of 2 and 3, they have always been on like a strict schedule. It's just, I don't know, it was just really easy and just kind of, yeah, that's just how we were. I don't know if you guys were like that with your kids, except for Tinian, like my last one. By the time we had Tinian, it was just like, I don't know. It was, because it was like 4 years after we'd even had a baby, so it was just kind of like we were just flying by the seat of our pants. But anyway, I'm not talking about that right now. Okay, so this is the morning of rest and relaxation. So this is before he was born. Let's see. So I'll just kind of read this a little bit. I wanted to be induced a week and a half before my due date so that I could photograph a wedding on August 5th. Oh, that's funny. I completely forgot about that. That is really funny. I thought it was because I was measuring big, but apparently not. My doctor chose July 25th because Jonas was also born on the 25th day of the month. Mark's mom arrived Monday night. The next morning, Mark and I had to be at the hospital at 8 a.m. So we got up nice and early to get ready. I got checked into my room and the nurse came to put my IV in, but I started hyperventilating. I really don't like IVs. By the time I calmed down and got the IV, it was 10 o'clock. I started feeling contractions about an hour or so later. I was able to get an epidural around 1. It didn't work on one side, so the guy had to come back and fix it. Soon I couldn't feel a thing below my belly. What a wonderful thing drugs are. I am totally for drugs. I hate pain. Why put yourself through that pain if you don't have to? That's my theory. So yeah, I am definitely a epidural girl. I started pushing around 5:10. Dr. Huggins and her PA came in around 5:15. I would push and the baby's head was right there, but then when I would stop, he would go back in. The nurse had to push down on my belly while I stopped pushing, and his head finally stayed out. At 5:35 p.m., they laid him on my belly. So he's here. July 25th at 5:35 p.m. I believe this is a collection, I want to say from Creative Memories, but I don't really remember. It might have just been from like Michael's or something, but it was a really nice collection. I liked it. So these are just some of the first pictures we took with Brennan, or took of Brennan. My husband was taking pictures with our big nice camera. Brennan was a screamer. He was not happy to be on Earth. Once he got used to it, all his screams died down, and he was able to take normal breaths. I love these pictures of Mark, and this is one of my favorites. Mark and Brennan. So the title is Proud Dad, and I actually think this collection is one that Mark gave me for Christmas the year before. So yeah, I think that's what these are. And this was, so it was a paper stack, like a paper pad, and it came with like an alpha that you could punch out. And so that's what I used here. And this one is a real 2-pager. Yay, I did it the right way. Okay, so Brennan and Mommy spending time together. So here's just a few pictures of Brennan and me after he was born. So this was my hospital bracelet, and then this was another hospital bracelet that I had. For this page, I cut out a little slit and then slid the yellow paper underneath it just for a different kind of look. And then this one, I guess this one was, I don't know if these were, this one was Brennan's bracelet, I think, that they put on Brennan. Oh, you can't even see that, sorry. This one is Brennan's bracelet. And then this is Brennan Gray. So this was a 2-pager. I'll show you like that. Let's see if I can fit it in there. So introducing Brennan Gray. And I really love these pictures. I love this one of Jonas and Brennan together. I think it's just so cute. And I love my messy hair in that photo, don't you? This just says, we stayed in the labor and delivery room for a few hours. Mark's mom brought Jonas to visit. Colleen and Carly, which Carly was the little girl that was born a few days before Jonas, that also had spina bifida. They also visited us there, and they gave Jonas a toy frog, which I don't have a picture of. Okay, visitors. So these are our friends, two of our friends. So these guys came with their daughter, and this was the morning of the 26th. And then my other friend came with her daughter a little bit later in the afternoon. And I think I wrote this on the photo itself. I don't think that was on the board, but this was our nurse's number. This was the phone number to our room, and then this was our room number. Okay, so this one, I really like this page, but I should have used a different, like I have, I wrote with a stencil the title here, and oh, this is ripped. Whoops. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can, but it says Happy Family here. I'll try holding it up. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. Okay, let me see if I can just take it out of the photo sleeve, if that'll help. There you go. So it says Happy Family. And I think I just used a gel pen for that. Then this was just a really fun page to make. So I think around this time is when my style really started changing. I wasn't journaling as much underneath every single photo. So yeah, and I started embellishing a little bit more. This is a cute picture of Jonas. He was coloring in our room. And then this is Mark's mom. And I love this. I love this page. Okay, so I think I had like a punch that did these tags. And so I cut out a bunch of the tags and then just wrote on them. Grandma B finds a few moments alone with her new grandson. And then I also used some eyelets. I absolutely loved this paper. I have no idea where I got it. I probably just got it like at Michael's or something. But yeah, I wish I had more of it because I really love that paper. So that's another page. Then special delivery. This is us coming home. And Mark's mom put together this little block set. It says, "We welcome Brennan." And it usually says things like other things like for the holidays and stuff, but she made it so that it said, "We welcome Brennan." I thought that was cute. And this is Jonas hanging out with his brother in his car seat. He just thought it was so fun. We came home on July 27th. And this was the little coming home outfit he wore. It was seriously my favorite outfit ever. Like, it was so stinking cute. I used some Creative Memories alphas for that. We came home with Brennan at about noon on Thursday, July 27th. Jonas was excited and curious about his little brother. This outfit was Brennan's going home outfit. It's one of my favorites. He's sleeping in his bassinet in our room, where he roomed with us while Mark's mom stayed for the week. So at the time, we lived in a 3-bedroom apartment. And so Mark's mom stayed in the nursery while she was there. And then we moved Brennan in there. Whoops. Okay, so this is us just hanging out. And then I kind of made my own little pocket page here with some of these um, cards that we got from friends and family. And I just used a stapler, it looks like, so nothing fancy. And then I also made another one. Oh, it looks like maybe this one was supposed to be glued, and this got glued to it. Yep, see, this one has a piece of the glue tape that I used back then. So I should probably fix that. Okay, so I just put this little certificate of birth that we got from the hospital in there. Then we also had his crib card. And this was a little note from the Wadsworths, from our friends. Okay, so this is just another page of us hanging out at home. Family recipe. I think that was part of like a sticker collection or part of the collection that Mark got me for Christmas. And I had a chipboard letter set, so I just cut out this pattern paper and glued it onto the chipboard. This is the quilt that Mark's mom made for Brennan, and Mark's mom's just doing the dishes and we're just hanging out in the kitchen, and this is after bath time one night. And this is Jonas helping Grandma do the dishes. And I thought it was really clever to use the upper, or not the the stencil for A and then H and then just write out helping hand. So A, helping hand. So these are the pictures that we took of Brennan for his baby announcement. I made a bunch of announcements like this, and I made them before I had him so it wouldn't be so crazy. And the page is broken because what I tried to do was just cut a little slit, but I think just with it moving around, it just didn't stay together. So I should probably like tape that or something so it doesn't break completely. But so I had this stamp, just what we've been waiting for, and then his name and date and time and weight and everything. And I also had this twinkle twinkle tiny little, or tiny light, little eyes that shine so bright, a precious baby from heaven above, fills our hearts with so much love. So that's what I made. And then I also had this stamp that I stamped on there. And I believe it was all Stampin' Up! Stamps. I don't really remember. I think my sister-in-law actually gave me this one that had the time and stuff. And then we also included this little piece of cardstock in the baby announcement along with this photo. I think that's the photo. Yeah, that's the photo. So this is the picture we sent with Brennan's announcements. We took it in our bedroom. Yeah, so I just took this photo in our bedroom with a little basket and a nice little comfy blanket for him to lay on. This was announcing the day that Brennan was going to be born and where and our house number. So not... Did I say born? This was announcing the day he was going to be blessed. Sorry, I think I said born. Big brother. So this is Jonas. Mark's dad came to visit for, I think, just a day or two. I think it must have been on the weekend, maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't remember so much. But, yeah, he finally was able to get off work. And here I'm getting a little bit creative again, popping things up and everything. Oops. Blocks. So we were playing one morning before church. We were making some block towers, and we would build them up, and then Jonas would knock them down, and it was tons of fun. I thought I was so clever making this like a block tower, and then having the last couple like kind of falling, like as if they were falling off. So I thought I was really clever doing that. Okay, then here we go. Some pictures with Papa. So he came to visit Saturday and Sunday is what the journaling says. So we enjoyed a little time to spent with him. He enjoyed meeting his new grandson. And then he had to go back home to work. This is one of my favorite photos of Mark's dad with Brennan. Okay, play, laugh. Just hanging out at home is always fun with Grandma. Baby love. Jonas just really loved his brother. He would just love on him all the time, was always giving him kisses and everything. So this was Monday night, the first night I was home alone with my two children. Mark's mom had left earlier that day. And at the time, Mark was working at Sam's Club, I believe. And so so his schedule was always kind of all over the place. He was just a cashier for Sam's Club. Okay, so this page, I used some fun chipboard alphas, and I think I actually still have them. Yes, they're really, really old. Like, I don't think I'll ever actually use them again, but I just haven't gotten rid of them. So we love Daddy, dancing, and flowers. So the flowers were from my doctor and her staff, so I thought that was really nice that they sent those. I think they sent those before we left the hospital, and I just hadn't, done a layout with them on it. Sorry, couldn't talk for a minute there. Okay, so August 1st, 2008. It was a normal Tuesday morning. Stacy, which was Jonas's physical therapist, came over at 8 o'clock, and we were enjoying a therapy session with her when I heard a dripping noise. I was sitting next to the water heater closet, and I kept hearing dripping. I figured that wasn't a good sign, and sure enough, it wasn't. Water was dripping down from the upstairs apartment. I ran upstairs, but the lady wasn't answering the door. It was coming down from the ceiling by that time, so I got on the phone with the maintenance guy and told him to get over here now. In the meantime, the lady from upstairs had woken up and was attempting to turn off the water under the bathroom sink. It was spraying everywhere. I helped her turn it off, and then we had to wait for the maintenance people. Brennan had an appointment at the hospital, so him and I ran off to that. When we got back, we had to pick up a few things and go to our friend's house to stay. The next week was very eventful. We stayed with them for 3 days, and then our managers let us stay in a hotel for the weekend. Mark's mom came and picked me and the boys up on Monday, and we stayed with them for the rest of that week while Mark stayed in our apartment while they were remodeling it. So yeah, I don't know if that sounded kind of confusing, but the name of this layout is Trials, and then this is just a picture Mark's mom took of us at her house while we were waiting for our apartment to be remodeled. So basically, what happened was the family that lived upstairs, in the bathroom, like one of the pipes broke in underneath the sink, and so water started spraying out, and she had been asleep. Like, she was, I think, like 6 months pregnant at the time, and she already had another toddler. And so she was really tired, so she must have been sleeping, and she heard the water, but she just thought it was the dishwasher because she had the dishwasher going. And so, but she was sleeping, I guess, when I went upstairs, and she didn't hear me knocking. And then finally, I guess, I don't even know what woke her up, but finally she got up, and I had to go up there and help her turn it off because she couldn't get down and turn it off very well. It was kind of hard for her with the water like spraying out. Like, it was coming out like crazy. Like, it was very, yeah, just weird. But so we finally got it shut off, but it had done a ton of damage, like her carpet and our carpet, and her bathroom was just like completely flooded. And it went into our bathroom a little bit. It wasn't really that bad. It was mainly just in our hallway and our living room, and then our where our water heater closet was. So yeah, and the people that we like, the owners, or they weren't the owners, they were just the people that took care of the place. Like, they were not very helpful at all. They were like only going to give us like $35 a night for a place to stay, and like the cheapest we could find was like $50, and then we found this crappy motel. Like, seriously, it was the crappiest motel I've ever stayed at, and it was just disgusting. So we only stayed there like over the weekend. That's why we stayed with friends, because we couldn't find anywhere to stay. And so luckily our friends had a basement that we could stay in, but it was just, yeah, it was not a very fun time. My husband had to stay in our apartment, which was being remodeled. Like, they were constantly running fans and stuff on the carpet and everything. Like, they had to pull the carpet all up and dry out the padding and then put the carpet down, and it was just a horrible situation. Anyway, so life's little adventures. Jonas enjoyed every minute he spent at Grandma and Papa's house. There was always something fun and exciting to do. So here he is trying egg salad sandwiches for the first time and sitting with Papa at his laptop. So Jonas. So this is another one of those paper pads that Mark gave me for Christmas that year, and I just cut out the letters. And these were a couple of punch aparts that came with the pack. And Brennan. So some very simple pages. Cuddling with Papa. This was just a baby stamp. On the go. Grandma bought some matching outfits for Jonas and Brennan, and I just thought they were so stinking cute. So it was the overalls, and she bought a white shirt to go with it. But isn't that cute? Just these, yeah, I thought it was so cute. But here's Jonas just crawling around everywhere. And then together again. So this is another 2-page layout. So this side, whoops, making a mess here. So this side, I just was journaling about how excited we were when Mark finally came to stay with us at his parents' house. He drove over on a Wednesday, and then the next day Mark drove us back home, because Mark's mom had came and picked me and the boys up in her car, and so I needed a way to get back home. So we drove home on Thursday, and then on Friday we drove to Bear Lake for a Blethen family reunion. So this is us at home. This is still at Mark's parents' house, and then this is us at home. And I should probably do, the next album I'll do is, I have all of the pictures from the Blethen family reunion. So I'll do that album next, because that one's just a little 6x6 album that I made, I think. So this is Blessing Day for Tinian, which was on August 20th. So after we got back from our little vacation or family reunion, everybody came down and saw Tinian get blessed. And we didn't take a family picture. I really have no idea why we didn't take a family picture. So I just have these pictures of Tinian. Or not Tinian. Brennan. Sorry. I'm getting confused here. Swing Masters. I love this page. I think it's so cute. Jonas used to love sitting in the swing that Mark's mom bought for Brennan. And so, yeah. These are just some cute photos. Mama and her boys. I loved cuddling and sleeping with my boys. I only did that like in the morning. If I were, feeding Brennan, I would lay in the bed with Brennan and feed him, and then we would fall asleep. So I did not ever sleep with my kids in the bed with me. So here's just a couple pictures of me and then me and my boys. And this one is cute. Jonas loved to blow raspberries on Brennan's stomach. So, yeah. Okay, now this is a fun page. I was really excited about this page. So I folded this corner down and put a little yellow piece of paper in there. And these were some little, I don't even know what you call them, coils, embellishments that I got from Close to My Heart, I think. It might have been Stampin' Up, I don't remember. But yeah, so these are just some cute pictures. Jonas loved to honk Tinian's nose. You would, like make this funny noise and a honking noise. It was just cute. And then hugs. And then my mom came to visit. Yay! So for this one, I used one of the paper packs I think that Mark got me. You Are Loved. This was a sticker sheet that came with the pack. And I love this photo of my mom and Brennan. This layout is one of my favorites. Her first grandson. So my mom just spending some time with Jonas, Jonas was her very first grandson. So that's why I had that. So she stayed with us from September 1st to 5th. And then here's just a simple layout. I wanted to focus mainly on the photos, so that's why I didn't really do any journaling or anything else. Grandma G. So my mom's last name was different than my last name before I got married because she got remarried. So here's just some pictures of us hanging out that morning before she left. And my sister Kaylee came to visit for a few days while Mom was in town. It was really good to see her. So this was probably the Sunday, and then I think my mom probably left the day after that or something. But so Kaylee, this is my little sister Kaylee. She's my youngest sister. She came to visit, and so that was a lot of fun. I really don't understand this title. I don't know. So Dad's Two Boys. Oh, Dad's Two Boys. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm apparently very slow. I was thinking like from Dad's Two Boys, like that, yeah, that wouldn't make sense, but yeah, okay. So Dad's Two Boys. So these are Daddy's boys. They love to snuggle and play. And then the very last page, Loving You. And this is another page that I really, really love. I love this paper, these two papers together. They're just really pretty. And this was one of our favorite outfits from when Brennan was a baby. I think we got this. I don't know if Jonas had it. I think maybe he did have it. I think it was my friend sent it to me my friend from high school sent it to me for Jonas. So these are just cute. Jonas would just always be kissing his little brother. So that is, I think I said that was the 8th album share. So I will be back next week with a little mini album share for you guys. And I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.